Welcome back to the channel, my friends. I know it's been a minute. I said I was going to try to get on here every week. It's kind of hard going from apartment to a house because so much is dependent upon me. Cutting grass, all these other chores that I have acquired that I didn't have in an apartment. And I had a house before, but I wasn't doing YouTube then. And so now I'm finding it hard to get in front of this camera. But anyway, no excuses. I think Mondays are the best day for me to do these videos because I'm able to stay up late, later than usual, I should say, because Mondays are my Friday. So I get that one day of rest where I get to sleep in late, and then I'm back at it again on the job where I make my real bread and butter. But let's discuss what's going on in the world today. You know, we are getting pushed towards this time, and we are not there yet. But, you know, the nations we see rising up. We see nefarious players within our government. These people are spread all over in different governments that are taking power away from the people by dastardly means, and I'm not even going to touch that. I'm pretty sure you might know what I'm talking about. But in Isaiah 24:20, it says this: "The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again." Many people don't know this. They think this world is just going to be here and continue on and on. But no, those of us that know the truth know that this world is coming to an end. The New Jerusalem is going to descend from heaven, and God is going to destroy this earth by fire this time. The last destruction, because man was so wicked, was by water. And when he put that rainbow in the sky and said he will not cause water to flood the earth anymore, well, this time is going to be by fire. Can you imagine coming up in the second resurrection and this is your lot? You know, going through the judgment to burn twice. Oh, my friends. Sometimes I have to take a break. Coming on here, being able to speak my piece gives me an outlet because, let me steal a word from the left, I get triggered. I'm starting to get triggered as I get older by the just brazen lies that I hear. How all of these different groups love to tie their manufactured struggles to the black community. Black people, we are born this color. These other different groups choose to do certain things. Illegal aliens choose to cross that border illegally. And then they come here and complain about a struggle. Well, if you do it the right way, you wouldn't have the struggle, you know. And then they want to tie it into, you know, what I heard the other day, just like the black people who are still not recognized as citizens. I almost blew a gasket. I said, where's that happening at? Where is that happening? I did not know we was not recognized as citizens. You know, some of the outlandish things that these people say, and everything is always centered around race. They know with black people, this stirs them. And I wish that black people who are still under this illusion by the Democrat Party will finally wake up and see these lies. And it's just so amazing to me to watch, to see the majority of my co-workers get triggered by manufactured racism and other candidates and vote loyalty to this Democratic Party. And then as soon as, now they done told you what they were going to do during the campaign trail, and then as soon as it all started kicking in, they are the main ones complaining. Oh, the gas prices. Oh, this, all that. And I have to remind them, but that's what you voted for. It's not really so much about the persons, so to speak. You know, it's about the policies. Do these policies benefit you or not? But see, they are revealing what's in their heart, because they were motivated by another spirit, because they've been listening to so much hatred year after year, day after day, and then when it came time for the vote to take place, they voted a certain way, not based on the policies or the debates they watched, but based on the manufactured hatred that was based on lies. Because when you go and research everything that they told us of Donald Trump, most of it was made up. The majority of it was lies. Many things were cut and edited, and they repeated that lie. Like Hitler said, you repeat a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. And you see this taking place all over. But one thing that gives me hope, because I'm listening to so much negative news each day, so many lies each day that I have to tune it out, is that you see these parents rising up in all these communities across the nation against this critical race theory. I witnessed the other day, the woke General Milley had the nerve to try to get an attitude during the hearing that they were having the other day. He acted like he was so offended to be called woke in regards to critical race theory, which they are trying to indoctrinate the military with. And for those soldiers who don't have the mind to go out and research what these people are telling them and where it has come from, will fall victim to it. You know, something that has come from an arch enemy, communism, being brought into our military to where they will no longer work at teams but look at each other by race, is just shocking and appalling. As a military vet, I just can't believe it, you know. And this was something that was brought in, as he stated in the hearing, to look at law from a racial perspective. But it was never meant for elementary school, grade school, middle school, regular classes during college. This was in the legal, you know, people studying to be a lawyer. This is what, and the person that, you know, created this thing, which was a Marxist, how they brought all that in, and it just, everything has a new twist to it. See, the devil does nothing new. We can look in the past, we look at what's going on in Cuba right now. These people rising up. The Biden administration had a nerve to say peaceful protest. We're witnessing women with bloody faces, broken noses, that the government is beating these people, you know, because they want their freedom. They've been living over, what, 60 years under that harsh rule, being rationed food, horrible healthcare system. But this is where they want to take us. And the majority of the black people here, has voted for that. All because of the manufactured hatred that they have for Donald Trump, because he's a so-called racist, which he was never this person, a racist, before the election. But now all of a sudden he's this racist. It's just, like I said, it's very frustrating. And then to look at Kamala Harris, someone who doesn't even like black men. The things that she done as a district attorney, laughing at keeping black men in prison well beyond their sentence, using them as commodities, basically using them as workers for these various people, And when asked about it, it's funny to her. She laughs about it. And then to get up there and say that people in rural areas, the things that they say, the party that's supposed to be for the black people say the most racist things. That we don't know how to use a computer. We don't know how to go down there and vote and do paperwork and do all these things. Oh, we have to do this because, it's going to be voter suppression because they just not smart enough to do these things. You guys should be offended by that. Go and research what these things are being drilled in your ear each day. Question these people. Do not take everything as they say as the gospel. I have some family members that do, and it's just so hard to bite my tongue. And I try to learn how to think, to say things tactfully, to not create a division or to say something hurtful and demeaning, because I want people to be educated on what they're being told in the media, and not come at them with a rod and have them to continue down that path of rebellion, but down a path of knowledge, to be open to hear other ideas that I'm sure they would agree with, Well, I know I kind of rambled on. I just wanted to come on here, say my piece, because listening to this stuff every day is so frustrating. One man was stating on the financial news that I listened to about these transformers that we were getting from China had a little module built into it that it could be triggered by an outside person and shut down our power grid. How crazy is this? But we have an administration, because they know they can control the black people. All you have to do is say somebody is racist and black people will lose their mind. Everything is white supremacists. You see these gullible sheep on YouTube, you have a whole following in that little community, and you have people that use the media for their amplifier or megaphone that speak for the black community, like the dumbest athlete, LeBron James. He don't speak for us. You have BLM. You have people like Rashida Tlaib and Ayanna Pressley, all these radical people speaking with a megaphone through the media about policing need to be reimagined, about defunding the police. All of this is on record. Now they trying to flip it like they tried to flip their racist Dixiecrats to the Republican Party. But when you go and research it, they really didn't flip. No, they still the same racist Dixiecrats, which they just installed number one, Joe Biden. The things that they are pushing for is going to hurt the black community. Those of us in the inner city. Black people want the police. Now, the criminals might not want them. What's going to happen when there's no police? More rapes, more murders, more carjackings, more beatings, extortion, everything you can think of. Strong arm robbery is going to be going down at a higher rate with no police to be there. But they want to send in a social worker. The social worker going to show up, and the social worker going to get the same treatment as the person they going to help. What is the social worker going to do? But anyway, it's just all ridiculous. And I'm just trying to keep this whole situation in prayer and take it to God, that God will intervene. These people are wicked. Joe Biden is not all there. His mental faculties is gone. You see him do long pauses trying to catch what he was talking about. He asking people what he should do next. Or am I asking questions? They like, no. You not answering no questions. No, that's it. You know, one appearance, you barely even see the man. Half the time he don't know where he is. And every time he opens his mouth, he's saying something crazy. You know, confusing events, just the whole nine. But all right, you guys. Hope I didn't put a damper on your mood. But the silver lining in all of this is that it will soon be over. And if you are in the Lord Christ Jesus, you will... Okay, I was cut off at the end. So let me repeat this. If you are in the Lord Christ Jesus, this is the silver lining. Hang in there, because this will all be over soon. And we will experience what living life to the fullest is truly like. Trust and believe that. And that's how I'm going to end it. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!